All right, hey everyone, Xander. You know what? Honestly, that kind of works. It's kind of working for me. All right, welcome to the SmackDown after WrestleMania watch along. Get it all shared that I am live. All right, let's do this. Hey, Pierre. Let's see, it's on top chat still. Also, yes, for those wondering, I pulled some of my hair back as best as I could because it was there's a lot of it now. We're getting there. Unfortunately, not enough of it to fully pull it all back, though. But enough to where it can stay out of the eyes. Anyway. Well, I said this was working. I don't know how I feel about just one light being normal, the others being dark blue. Let's see. I don't think there's a way to guarantee it one way or the other. The beginning of Man Buns Air. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Give it a few more months. Oh, I don't think there's enough to work with here. Always wanted to do that, though. Oh, here we go. Kicking off with Cody. It's Cody o'clock. Out of control. Oh yeah, it should be an interesting show. Oh, I like that. They changed up the settle, but they downscaled it a lot. They got rid of the Jumbotron. I heard that was going to be a permanent change. Definitely for the best that they cleared out the giant screen. The other day I was at Walmart looking figures, and long story short, I got a $25 new 2-pack series for $8 due to Walmart was simply putting it in the wrong place. Well, that's cool. Either AJ or KO versus LA next week. That they could have Santos win. I don't think they're gonna have Santos win. I don't see it personally. I think Kevin Owens is the right path to go. Just me personally, I guess. Fortunately, there's no Rock tonight to extend this segment to 45 minutes. course, I had my prediction, but I was mostly wrong across the board at WrestleMania. I got like three things right. I got Rhea right. I got Drew right. I got Cody right, and I got Awesome Truth right. I think that was it about it. I think that was about it across the board. Well, and the 6-woman tag, but that was the obvious. Although apparently it's a Motor City celebration tonight. Did my question about Cody annoy you when I asked if he was wrestling normal on SmackDown now since he's a face? No, it didn't annoy me. I just didn't really. I I just didn't. I don't know. It didn't annoy me. Long story short, yes, he'll be wrestling more on SmackDown. I won't bore everyone with the. I won't bore everyone with the specifics of what's going on in my life right now. SmackDown was fun. Randy RKO'd all next week. Oh yeah, Randy Orton's back. He's officially in the Royal Rumble. We got 10 names announced for the Men's Rumble in LS11 Universe now. We got John Cena. We got CM Punk. We got Randall Keith Orton. We got Sami Zayn. We got Tommaso Ciampa, Logan Paul, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Nick Aldis, and Cody Rhodes. Cody with the Brandy reference. Mark my pick right now. It's CM Punk for 3 points, then Rollins, then Ciampa. All right then. Oh yeah, Braun speared the hell out of Roman. That was a fun bit to record. I'm excited for Backlash, especially because it's gonna be in the middle of the day. Like it's gonna be like 2 in the afternoon. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, Cody and AJ do have that bit of a statistic together with the NWA and WWE title. God, who are the other two again? Hold on, I've got this. 4 men have held the NWA and WWE titles. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Ric Flair's one of them. I know that for a fact. And got a feeling that Steiner might have picked a fight on SmackDown that he might regret. Well, we'll see. Rumble's shaping up to be stacked show. Gargano Gunther 2, Tiffy versus Mickey, Finn and Priest against Gail Anderson, which Damian seems very mad at. That he does. Apparently Tama Tonga's in Detroit. Yeah, I heard that. Heard about that. Could be exciting. That's why in the description it says who's going to show up tonight. Could it be Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Motor City Machine Guns? Maybe none of them. I assume we're not getting any call-ups until the draft here in a couple of weeks, which is 2 weeks from today. That's exciting. The Rumble's 2 weeks from tomorrow on the channel. No, it's not. 3 weeks from tomorrow. 3 weeks from Sunday. Having a day.
Cody Rhodes, once undesirable, become undeniable. Now, your undisputed WWE.
They've been not mentioning the word Universal a lot, so I assume it's getting rebranded to just the WWE Championship pretty soon. Because I assume the Universal part is going to get retired. Because then, technically, you got 3 championships represented by 2 belts in the company. You got the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, the UWU title, which is 2 belts represented by 1 belt. Then you got the World Heavyweight title. So, my assumption is that they will drop the Universal part sooner rather than later. Well, Dragon Lee is back. There's Solo, Jimmy, and the Wise Man. The Bloodline locker room is now the Cody room.
Winning and losing matters here. There are consequences for losing. We lost. That's the champ's locker room. And Cody Rhodes is the champ. If we want our locker room back, the title has to come home to the bloodline. That's by order of the tribal chief.
Solo looks utterly disgusted. Is someone going to get... Oh my god, someone's going to get taken out of the main event. Solo's going to get in. It's going to be Solo and Cody at Backlash, isn't it? There's LA Knight. Go, refocus. See if I can pull this back on. Let's see if the pressure of being on stream will help my hair actually work this time. No, little tufts of it still falling out of the front. That's fine. I can pull it off. Although that does make it look like I'm getting a little bald on the side there. There, even it back out. That's fine. That keeps the bulk of it out of my face. That'll work. Ray vs. Dom was made official. Yeah. I mean, that's what the main event at SmackDown was #1 contenders match. I just don't have the energy to make Twitter posts about it anymore or write articles for the website. That's how I was going to do it, was just writing website articles, but a lot of personal stuff's going on right now. Yeah, yeah. Laugh it up, Ray. Laugh it up. Laugh it up at my pitiful little ponytail back here. I know it looks ridiculous. It's a possibility Solo could use some revitalizing, given he didn't really get anything beating Cena. It's true. I have not recorded in 2 days, which is, I'm gonna let this sink in for a minute for everybody. That is the longest I have gone without recording since I was in Paris at the beginning of January 2023. Feels very strange. I legitimately think it has been 2 days since and that is like a new record's not the right word, but a new longest amount of time since I've done that. And it's been weird. So tomorrow I gotta record Raw, NXT, and LSWF. Because LSWF will air on Monday before the watch along. ARW's next episode will be some point soon. I'm really not in any rush. Pretty much unless I announce a match and a date for said match, shows only happen when I feel like it. Which is good because I am trying to cut back on how much I do. Ray says, I think we need to start maybe entertaining the idea that Solo's a lost guy. Oh, when Jacob Fatu shows up and he's just Solo but better. Yeah. Solo is, as they say, fucked at that point. We need the SmackDown lights. In the NXT 2.0 era, sometimes you're a Braun Breaker and sometimes you're a Von Wagner. Hey now, Von Wagner is getting weirdly over. Okay, I need to pee really bad. Watching Extreme Rules Season 2, and that show still holds up. I watched the start of Fight Factory, begin then, and I watched the end of MCMG. So that's Season 3, but I know what you mean. Oh, Sheamus is back on Monday! Okay, they're just recapping stuff. I got like 45 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Let's see. They could debut Jacob in NXT. Him and Oba would be awesome. Indeed, it would. More beefy boys. Ray says, Fight Factory is our longest running faction, I think. They did finally break up this week. It finally ended this week. And then Noam Dar immediately found a new faction. And Pierre says, I think heel Sheamus should dethrone Sammy with Drew's help. I know I said that on stream last Monday. Did you say that on stream? I thought, for some reason, I thought you said that in Discord. But yes, heel banger bros. I agree. Sorry, I also had to show the man bun to the roommate. They very much enjoyed it. It's funny. It's been like 6 years since I was able to do this with my hair. Okay, so I'm going to put the live stream on half and half on one screen, which is fantastic because I've not been able to do that in weeks because I'm usually a little busy. But now I can work on the other monitor tonight. Can I? No, that's too dark. No, that's green. Is there... I'm trying to figure out what the best lighting is. Unfortunately, I feel like this might be the best lighting. Unless I can somehow get what I had when the stream started, which was 2 of the lights blue, 1 of them normal. I'm just going to keep it normal lighting for now. I can't figure out what I want, which is nothing new. Although it wasn't Legato that took out Dragon Lee, was it? Nope, and it's gonna be revealed. Like, it's gonna be revealed that it was Carlito. Whose fault is it? Carlito. Carlito Colon. Alright, let's see here. I will say, I did do one thing today that I'm very proud of myself for, and that is that I finally gave myself a cheat sheet, so to say. Not so much a cheat sheet, but finally gave myself a roster page for LSWF on Ray and I's back end so that I can actually work on that now in the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, it was Carlito, and everyone but Rey Mysterio knows it, because poor Rey Mysterio is the most trusting soul in all of wrestling, and it never works out for him. Eventually, I think I'm just going to invest in a headband that isn't a John Cena one, because that would also... because I eventually need to get one that isn't just a John Cena never give up headband. Maybe I'll have my wife pick one out when we're at the store on Sunday. We'll see. Ray says the Fight Factory was a group that never quite was what he wanted, but it was what was at the front of his mind when we conceptualized the 6. Oh yeah, outside of Sting. True. The only person Ray Mysterio could trust went to AEW, and that was Edge. I swear Edge betrayed Rey Mysterio at some point. You know, everyone likes to shit on Arby's, but I like Arby's. See, I knew you would know, Ray. You're a huge Edge fan, so I knew you would know if he betrayed Ray at some point. Oh, he did, Xander. Ray felt betrayed by Edge when Edge got with Vicky in '07. There you go. UFL advertisement. Zach says, I like the Arby's beef sandwich. I had Arby's yesterday. It's my comfort food. I don't get it too often anymore. I pretty much just get it when I'm sad now. Like I said, I'm not going to go in depth on what's going on, but long story short, if you see often videos, just know that I'm having a little bit of a rough week. Also, for those that don't know, because I haven't announced it formally, yeah. I have played around with 2K24 a little bit, and I've come up with the concept for how I'm going to do it. And it's not going to be able to work the same way that it works in real life, so I'm just going to, take an apple and call it an orange, essentially. But NXT Deadline in a couple weeks is going to have is going to have the closest to an Iron Survivor I can do.
Squarely inside of the ring for a pinfall to count. That's going to have a right to the chest of Bobby Lashley. What you got, Will? A hold it down to real. The most of it. But perhaps LA Knight is about to get out for the count. Fatu driver at 10 perhaps.
But yeah, Zach asked, could this be the biggest Royal Rumble in universe? In terms of who's in the Rumble itself, yeah, probably. Oh, well, there's Santos' gang of sexy men. I assume the Profits probably come to the rescue in a second here. Oh, the whole card? Yeah, it very well could be. Gargano, Gunther 2 and all that. Ray and Dom 3. Show a good bit of rematches. Oh, there we go. There's the Street Profits. Nice. And B-Fab for the rescue. Yep, there she is. Look, I will say this. I am just glad that the Profits, or the Pride, or whatever the group is called, Lashley and the Profits against the Final Testament, is finally done. I cannot watch them fight again for a while. I know that Final Testament went to NXT, this week. But yes, a new 6-man feud. That'd be awesome. That's a dub for LA Knight. Yeah. The microphone's over there. I'm just not going for it.
Just watch Santos fall short in this match, and with all the history between the two of you, do you care to comment on his loss?
Plain and simple, Caleb. It's called karma. Whether it was Rich Holland's attack on Cruz or Santos' attack on Dragon Lee, it will inevitably come back to bite you.
Well, I spoke with Santos earlier, and he denied the allegations that he...
Of course. Of course he's it's like the kids say, Santos is all cat. I don't know what's on that the other day. But let's keep it real, okay? Santos ought to realize that the truth will eventually surface, no matter how much you twist it. But tonight my focus on AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. You know how to
Ray, it was Carlito. It was not Santos Escobar. It was Carlito. So everyone knows I'm not a huge Rey Mysterio fan. I think the time for him to get a final run as WWE Champion was 5 years ago, when he first came back to the company. When he had the match with Brock. I feel like if you were going to put the belt on him, it was then or it wasn't, if that makes any sense. Alright, Solo's got a match. Or Solo may not have a match, but they're coming out to Solo's music. If this is where Jacob or Tama is showing up tonight, it's now. Will he have a retire? Nah, not yet. I think he's still capable of good matches. I just don't see him as world champion again. Like I said, I think if he was gonna do, I think the double 619 spot with him and Dom against Brock. I think it was then, or he's not gonna be world champ again. Also, I saw TNA officially announced or not officially announced, but showed off more a new updated prototype of their upcoming figure line, which is pretty cool.
When I was your age, we never had anything like this.
He has to finally put over Dom before he hangs up nice. Yeah, he's got to finally put over Dom. I know Dom no longer has. I know Dom doesn't want a mask, which I fully support him not just being Rey Mysterio, but again, I think it's great that he's got his own identity now with the whole Dirty Dom stuff and the Judgment Day stuff. I think Dom really hit his stride in the last 2 years.
That's a concern. And 29% of people don't even party to 50% of their potential. But together, we can change this. This is the time, and this is the place we can raise the party for us and everyone around us.
Oh yeah, I saw that it's Moose, Jordan Grace, Josh Alexander, and Eddie Edwards. I'll probably buy the Jordan Grace one at the very least, because she's like one of my favorites in TNA. We all know what figure I will be believing in if they announce it one day. Huh. I will say the one thing worrying me about how much I've got to record this weekend is I don't even have Raw written yet. I was gonna write it today, but then I just didn't. Eventually the Dirty Dom character has to evolve. Oh yeah, for sure. I like how yesterday you teased tension between Fatu and Kenta. I believe that is how you spell it. Well, I can't. Well, yeah, Fatu is not just spelled F-A-T. There's a U at the end there, but that is how Kenta is spelled. Yes. Yeah, we've got a wild couple weeks ahead on the channel, huh? This week is kind of the calm before this weekend's kind of the calm before the storm because this weekend there's no episodes, but then next week, don't quote me on it. It says on our excuse me. It says on our behind the scenes calendar that there's a Ring of Honor show next week. Don't quote me on it because I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might need to delay that. 2 weeks, the 27th, NXT deadline. 3 weeks, Rumble and Hard to Kill. Yeah, no, we can't be the cowardly heel forever. There's got to be some evolution there to it. And that's why they had the two old football guys show up and cause the funky finish in Ray and Dom for the headlines, baby. Why have Dom ever get to beat his dad?
No excuses about what happened at WrestleMania. We don't blame John Cena. We don't blame The Undertaker. We don't even blame Jay Uso.
Who is to blame, though? Santos Escobar.
Roman Reigns has ordered that we accept accountability. At WrestleMania 39, what happened? Roman Reigns entered the ring. Focus. Roman Reigns entered the ring strategic. Roman Reigns entered the ring unemotional. Cody Rhodes took his eye over the ball for just 1 second. He was distracted by Solo.
Yeah, first was Bad Bunny, then the Philly Eagles.
Just like that, your tribal chief took advantage and successfully defended the title. At WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes flipped the script on Roman Reigns. But Seth Rollins said. Seth Rollins is a visionary. Seth Rollins told the truth. Seth Rollins said, Cody Rhodes, I will be your shield. The one piece of unfinished business in Roman Reigns' life. So, when Roman
Like they're acknowledging that, you know.
smashed Cody Rhodes with
Like they're acknowledging the detail of the Shield chair. See Jade and Bianca beating Asuka and Kyrie for the tag belts. It's either Bianca and Naomi or Bianca and Jade. It's one of those two. But yeah, I think they win the tag belts.
was distracted by his lust for revenge on Seth Rollins. He took his eye off the ball. Cody Rhodes was prepared. Cody Rhodes was strategic. Cody Rhodes was focused. Cody Rhodes was ready. And like that, it was over. Ladies and gentlemen, your new undisputed champion is Cody Rhodes. What's up, Phoenix? Rising from the empty, your tribal chief.
What is Solo doing?
So there's consequences. So losing.
Uh-oh. What's the consequences, Solo?
So that means consequences.
What's going on? Oh no. Oh, Jimmy. Oh no. This hug doesn't go well. Oh no. Whoa, what the? Oh shit, it's Tama Tonga! Oh shit, it's Tama Tonga! WWE finally got him. And Jimmy seems to be out of the bloodline. Hell of a spot to debut Tama in as well. And he's throwing up the one. Poor Heyman. We all spent all week thinking Roman's getting kicked out of the bloodline. I don't think any of us for a second thought Jimmy. That is indeed no yeet. Oh, Solo's essentially doing the I'm the captain now. Yeah, I think Jacob's not far behind, right? Although that does raise the issue of he's one half of the LS11 IWGP Tag Team Champions. This isn't going to lead to an Usos reunion, right? Wonder when Tonga Loa's New Japan contract is up. Could you imagine? Can you imagine the Gorillas versus Gorillas of Destiny against you imagine Gorillas of Destiny against the Usos if that's what they're leading to with Jimmy.
This is where you buy things.
Yeah, I imagine Jacob Fatu is not far behind.
Can't buy. So some new projects today at NorthernTool.com.
Excuse me. What's going on? Stuff cashback debit gives everyone money back on the stuff they buy, so borrows kids a bunch of candy. I know what I'm doing.
A debit card with cashback. Discover cashback debit.
No thanks.
Solo's bloodline is probably Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Yeah, probably. I gotta remember that according to Ray on this week's Dynamite, he announced it on Dynamite this week that Okada has officially vacated the IWGP Intercontinental title. I gotta remember to take that off on the website. The bloodline with Roman, Solo, Jacob, Tama, and Tonga could be fun, pure savagery. I could see Roman coming back and being like, yeah, this isn't what I signed off on. And it being, Roman and the Usos as the faces like Jay wanted. Yeah, Solo's the captain now. I could see it being Roman and the Usos against Solo, Tama, and Jacob. And now suddenly Jacob Fatu is trending.
It's still hard to digest. Someone should tell them that no explain why. But explain his love for his own brother. I don't think it was acceptable. But out of nowhere, steer this whole thing into the ring.
I'm glad they're calling him Tama Tonga. I am glad they are calling him Tama Tonga and didn't just come up with didn't make him take a new name. Yeah, I'm mentioning Paul and Okada. I gotta remember to update the website this week. I believe it's updated through. I don't even remember what day it's updated through right now. Oh, Cameron Grimes is in the ring. My guy, Cameron Grimes. Oh no, who's gonna take him out in a matter of seconds? Because that's all he's used for nowadays. Oh no. Oh no. Cameron Grimes is gonna die. The poor man is gonna die. This entrance is gonna be longer than the match, isn't it? Jesus. You know, it's kind of funny to think about it. When Ray and I went to SmackDown in Atlanta back in January, Cameron Grimes was involved in a dark match before the show against a new star. Why couldn't it have been? Why couldn't we have gotten Braun Breaker versus Cameron Grimes? Why did we have to get the the Timu version of Kurt Angle? That's actually still too high a praise. I'll say it. I think you all can figure out what I'm talking about. Oh no, the straps are down. Jesus. Don't want to see Bloodline OGs versus Bloodline New Breed in War Games. Not in War Games, but not really interested in that being the War Games match, personally. I'd rather just Bloodline Rules 6-man tag match or something. Best spear in the biz. So technically 2 debuts tonight, which I know Breaker's been doing these kind of squash matches on SmackDown lately, but it was his farewell to NXT a couple days ago. Also, my God, can we talk about how freaking high up in the air Priest chokeslammed Drew? Like, Priest and Drew are like the same height. They're both like 6'7". And he had Drew up over his head. I kind of like your version of 841 better than real life. Yeah, I thought there was more logic to it of making it an 8-person elimination tag. last four standing go to the Fatal 4-Way. Yeah, it was a fun match. I've been debating on how I wanted to do it for a while. I've been debating on doing the match in general for a while. I was gonna at one point in time, I was gonna do a thing leading into what do you call it? Worlds Collide, where it was gonna be an 8-for-1 match on NXT and an Iron Survivor match on TNA to determine the contenders, but I hadn't figured out how I was going to handle Iron Survivor yet. Now I've decided it's just going to be, 5-way Iron Man match, and that'll work. No penalty box, no kind of gauntlet element of it. It'd be okay. It would be cool to do that match for the world title one day. Yeah, maybe. I think we've only used Iron Man matches like twice ever, if even. I know we used it once. Oh yeah, 8-for-1 for the world title. I don't know.
I swear. Don't drive distracted.
That was our leader. MCMG side by side. Impossible is that face exposed their dominance and their ability to see. She is important.
Man, they Def Rebel Bronze theme. How do they Def Rebel? Like, whose decision is it to keep changing music in WWE? I don't know. Yeah, like seriously, why is it that when Dev Rebel does occasionally make a decent theme, they then update it to a worse version? Braun Breakers immediately comes to mind. LA Knight. Yeah, I mean, they really should just try to bring back CFO, but they broke up, I know, is the issue. Yeah, Awesome Theory, that's another good one. DIY, another one good one that comes to mind. The way you're building to Nick Nemeth and Matt Cardona is going to be one of the biggest matches in Universe TNA history. Yeah, I'm enjoying the build I'm doing because we all know that the collision is going to happen eventually. And add Bailey to the list. Come on, man. Oh my god, that's weird to look at. So I opened up WWE.com just to see if Tama Tonga has been added. I know he hasn't yet. He's not going to be until tomorrow. At the soonest, tomorrow. But what's weird is pulling up the website and... Hold on, I'll show you all what's weird, and I think you'll all know exactly what I'm talking about. This shit. Roman without the belt. That is weird as hell to look at. Nemeth did bring up a good point that the Indie God of television never defends his television titles. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. He's still yet to defend that New Japan TV title, which is in part because of the people who stole Ray's computer, but you know. Face Bailey feels odd after all these years. It's also nice. It's also nice. It's good to change it up every so often.
To call myself your new WWE Undisputed Women's Champion.
They're sticking the Undisputed on there, huh? They're really driving home the Undisputed part, which is a little weird when you got two top titles. Just saying.
This one feels so damn special. This one's different. And it's not different because I had to defeat someone I used to call my friend, Leo Sky. And it's not only different because I get to call myself a champion for this brand new, exciting era. For this championship. This championship represents more than just being the best. This represents the most talented locker room I've ever been a part of. But what makes this one special for me, and it's gonna sound so damn cheesy, Michael Cole's gonna make fun of me, but it's because of all of you guys.
JT says, Xander, does this mean we're going to have a new tribal chief? I assume Solo is going to start calling himself something similar.
And every time I thought I didn't have anything else to give, you guys were fighting for me, whether it was online, whether it was at the live events, whether it was at the PLPs, you guys never gave up on my vision.
See Cora Jade versus Bailey one day. I mean, sure, yeah, why not? I really don't have any opinions on that, I guess.
I'm excited.
Oh, hell. Loving the clueless attire she's got going on. Okay, Tiffany, if you're out here in the clueless gear, you got to give us an ugh as if.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I was not offering an open challenge. Actually, I actually had somebody in mind. So sorry.
Someone help us sign up for us. CM Punk was right.
This person is a legend in the
It's Naomi. Naomi is one of those rare Def Rebel good themes. I expect it to be gone in the next 3 weeks. That's a joke. Mostly.
I already beat you.
She makes a fair point. I am glad to see Naomi getting a big match like this, though.
Sure, you've beaten me before, but here's what you don't know. I have cracked every single thing that I've gotten here in the WWE, and I don't plan on stopping now. So, babe, I can't accept your challenge just yet. Because first, I want to tip off Clueless Tiffany right here and right now.
There we go. Thank you, Corey. Needed someone to drop the reference. It's like my mom's favorite movie, so I've seen it before. Not like, not like by my own choice or anything. It's not like, I'm into chick flick movies like that, but, like I'm saying more about myself than I'm not right. I'm kidding. It's a whole bit. So I guess because of the turn, we won't get Jay and Jimmy too. Well, we might eventually. I am very excited for you guys to see what we got in store for the Royal Rumble. Yeah, her new Tiffany Stratton's another one of those cases where Def Rebel had it right and then didn't. Let's see here. Yeah, so I won't announce any names or anything for the Rumble tonight, but I will tell you, there are reserved slots for some surprises in both the men's and women's Rumbles, and I'm very excited for you guys to see. I gotta remember to update some theme. You know what? Maybe I should do that now. Just while I'm thinking of it.
There's a door. I'm not giving this a lot of thought, guys, so just bear with me. Whoever be folks, alright? Now there's a security guard who might just be cool. Where am I sitting? Sitting with a lot of guys in the suite. What August was the turbo tax?
Is the Royal Rumble the last show of created wrestler CM Punk? Let me check. I don't remember what day the DLC is coming out. Really, it just depends on when the DLC comes out, I guess, dude. I mean, it's gonna be on May the 5th. May 15th? No, Raw afterwards he'll be there. Tama Tonga seemingly has Paul Heyman shitting himself. Finally, some character for Solo! Should be this month, since we get a DLC a month that was. No, Zach, the DLC doesn't release till May 15th. So it's going to be a couple weeks after the. It's always about 2 months after release for the first DLC as well.
May well be installed as the best athlete in the entire women's division in all of WWE. And I don't say that like the power of athletes to exceed such as Tama Tonga, and of course,
Apparently there's a New Japan show going on right now too. Windy City Riot or something like that. I believe that's what it's called. I could be incorrect. I just saw photos of Scapegoat Jack Perry at the show. I assume Naomi gets the win in this one because they seem to be going Naomi Bailey for Backlash. It seems Backlash has the potential to be a lot of face versus face matches. Naomi and Bailey. I'm still thinking Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes is happening. I assume Jey Uso gets his shot against Damian Priest at Paris. Or in France, whatever. At Backlash. Okay, so what Tama Tonga said to Paul Heyman was by orders of the tribal chief. He does. Gonna be honest, I've zoned out and do not know what the he does is in reference to anymore. But yeah, I assume it's gonna be a lot of face versus face matches at Backlash. And then, the Liv stands will finally get their Liv and Rhea match. They'll finally get to watch their girl get beat bad. Backlash has potential to be a really good show, though. I mean, got potential for Bianca and Jade against the Kabuki Warriors. Okay, he does. Thank you, Pierre. I was a little out of it. Jay and Damien's going to be at Backlash. We got... of course, probably... Like I said, probably Cody versus Kevin Owens. That's my assumption. I think we're going to get the Carlito heel turn sooner rather than later, so possibly Carlito versus Ray. Rhea and Liv, Bailey, Naomi. Possibly Bailey, Naomi, Tiffany, and a triple threat if they want to go that route with it. Either way, I think Backlash has potential to be a really good show, which is exciting because it also means that I can watch it in the middle of the day.
Under pressure. Star will shine. A little emotional, to be honest. It was just beautiful. That was really pretty. That's a secret box. That's Queen Wednesday on Fox. Saturday on Fox. And goes right into another guys. The resurrected mercies. The new era begins today. And will Christmas begin Saturday on Fox.
Oh yeah, Sammy versus Chad. Sammy, Chad, and Sheamus. That yeah. I don't know how long they're going to keep the belt on Sammy. I feel like we're going to be due for some shorter title runs this year. Like, I don't think Cody's going to keep the belt the entire year. I think he's going to lose it and win it back at some point. Which Ray and I were talking about. That probably needs to happen more in the next little while. Because, like, it's been just years and years of long title reigns. Like, I'm kind of convinced Logan Paul's probably going to set the record for longest U.S. title reign. Because currently that's still held by Jon Moxley.
This point, Wade, what do you think is going to make the difference in this matchup? Well, we're the point now where athleticism starts going out of the window. This broken is going to hurt the motion to be. It's about who can keep the pace. Who has to try to get that championship on the shoot. So one of them has to back now. Right now, trying to build a little momentum and be sustained. Where's the trust? Right on a year of strife.
Cody and Gunther at Bash in Berlin. I could see it. I could also see I don't know. I feel like Gunther might fight for the World Heavyweight title there. Not sure, though. I'm surprised he beat KO and Randy. I'm not. Going in, I was like, Kevin, Logan right beneath him. I was kind of 50-50, and then I was 100% sure Randy wasn't winning. I could see it for Logan. Yeah, I think it's very possible. I mean, at this point, he's been the U.S. champ for a while. Let's see. Oh, they've officially changed the image for the WWE Championship on WWE.com. So looks like we're sticking with that belt for a while. I mean, yeah, Logan's at 160 days. So he's still got, he's got 190 days to go, but like 190 days from now. 190 days. October 19th. So I could see it. Who has more defenses with it, Logan or Mox? I'd imagine Mox. Logan's had 2, Zach. And Logan's only had 4 matches since winning it. So I'd imagine Mox. Given I can name you a few of Mox's off the top of my head. None of them are super memorable. I just have a really weird memory for that kind of stuff. Like, I know he defended against Ziggler at Night of Champions 2013. I know he defended against RVD on the SummerSlam pre-show in 2013. Naomi wins. And then I know he defended against Mark Henry on Raw at least twice. He defended against Kane, where he won by countout. Big E, where he lost by countout. A lot of his title defenses that Mox did barely defend the U.S. title. You're not wrong. However, he defended it more than twice in a year. I can tell you that. Oh, A-Town Down Under video package.
The science, the strict 2.0. We're talking about championship wins at WrestleMania. Let's talk about Austin Theory. Last year, walked in, walked out. The United States champion beat that flop John Cena like it was not
Oh yeah, he did beat Cena. Nothing really came out of it, but he did beat Cena and had like another boring as hell 5-6 months with the U.S. title. Just the slow look over from New Cats Republic, Street Profits, and all this, just all looking at each other like, are these guys for real?
bullshit, Bronco. Great to see you guys. Scripps, I thought about you today. And it might be take out the trash. Roasted. Listen, Scripps, they shouldn't hope you go far. They stay there. Boom, roasted. What are you doing? You already got one roast. Yeah, I love my mama's roast. Oh.
Oh yeah, pretty Theory, Austin Theory, and Pretty Deadly. That was fun for like the 2 weeks it happened. I know they helped him beat Sheamus, and that's honestly about all I remember. Because then Grayson Waller got called up, and that, well, let's be real, kind of saved Austin Theory for a lot of people, myself included. I grew to like him a lot more after he and Grayson Waller started teaming up last year.
With its dark and weak texture, Garmin Ultra Strong is better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Strong. Since I get 5% off every day with the MyLove's Rewards credit card, you can get it today. No waiting for a sale.
Wait, we could have this yesterday 5% off? Or the day before that? Or the day that it broke?
Could be a fun thing in L7, but we might lose pretty juicy. Yeah, that could be fun. Of course, you know, Theory's still with the 6 at the moment. And I dropped my hair tie. Oh well. Not really worried about it. You know, I'm starting to think the major flaw of bringing back ARW and LSWF is that I am out of ideas already for weekly shows. That's why it's not weekly, because I am struggling just to come up with a card for Monday. Obviously, there's the main event of Carnold and Hanzo for the world title. That's been locked in. And the start of the Internet Championship Tournament. We also have reality check ladder match qualifiers coming up. Gotta find contenders for all the other titles, which with LSWF, I'll admit, Orion and I talked about it earlier. Given some serious thought to scrapping the LSWF trios titles just because we had 3 trios and instead doing LSWF women's tag titles so it's a more even split instead of being like this with the amount of titles for each gender and being more like that with the men having one more title than the women just because of the ratio of the roster.
Talking about cash back. Talking about cash back. We talking about cash back. We talking about cash back. We talking about practice. Word. No practice. We talking about cash back. Talking about cash back. We're not talking about a game. Cash back like a truck. Or change freedom unlimited.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea as well. Just because quite literally the only the 3 trios in LSWF are the Gang, which they really serve as more 3 singles guys and a tag team. Chaos, which, 2 singles guys and a tag team. And then Status Empire, which is really just Status and an army of minions, which makes more sense for him to go singles anyway. So, and then there's currently 27 women on the roster with 2 titles and a lot of alliances. So, kind of makes sense to do women's tag titles. Guess our main event's about to happen, huh? 18th consecutive televised sellout for Raw and SmackDown. That's honestly really cool to see. Oh, man. Sami Zayn is a 4-time Intercontinental Champion. That's really sinking in for me. Like, I gotta double check that to make sure I'm right, but I am 100% sure he is a 4-time Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. One was reported that they had to give out tickets. Yeah, and look at them now. They're doing great.
Questions on social media based on this WrestleMania. 200 million of those came from me. And my team, the Prime team. I show Speedy Prime Bottle. Logan Paul. It's a new era, as we're all seeing. Hashtag Logan Paul of that era.
Oh, dear God. Logan Paul Levesque era, huh? Oh, what is Chelsea doing here? Oh, Piper's back. Hell yeah. It's going to be Bianca and Jade, isn't it? I will say, the fact there wasn't a women's battle royal at WrestleMania, and so many women who have been doing such great work, like Chelsea and Piper, like Tiffany, didn't get a chance to shine on WrestleMania weekend is ridiculous.
SmackDown. Listen, we're ready for an opportunity to show what we can do together.
Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can find you two some opponents for tonight.
Alice only just dealt with them for the first time and already looks so done. Yeah, there's Jade. Chelsea's probably just thinking, oh, fuck, not again. Good God, Jade Cargill is always so physically impressive to look at. God. When the day comes that she and Ripley have a match one-on-one, it's going to be legend. Where? Drop nail. Really dairy. It's important that I find this nail, though, so I'm gonna take this magnet and run it across the floor. And I say, when in doubt, big magnet. Also, can you tell I'm on season 7 of How I Met Your Mother and almost on season 8? I was on season 5 yesterday. Yeah, I assume Jade and Bianca are probably going to the tag titles. They're just gonna have Chelsea get squashed again, aren't they? No, tag made to Piper. Never mind. Oh, here we go. Oh shit, there was another Uncle Howdy glitch. I feel like they're probably gonna save Uncle Howdy for Backlash. Because for those that haven't seen it, there's been a lot of screen glitches and stuff, and WWE's Twitter got hacked earlier this week, and the word hello has been appearing a lot. Well, another word for hello, howdy. Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea's in trouble. And good night. I think if they're still, if they're not 100% ready for Jade to go on a singles run yet, I think pairing her with Bianca is a great idea because Bianca is fantastic in the ring. And Jade can do these hot tags, get these bursts in the ring that she doesn't have to try and carry a one-on-one match.
Yeah. Have you seen the last few weeks the cool camera shots they're doing? They kind of follow the guys. I think I'm just gonna. Do you mind if I borrow this? Sure. Thank you. Look, Brian, obviously winning the WWE title is the most important thing to everyone in this industry. And, speaking of titles, look at this. This is pretty cool. I like tigers. I'm keeping this.
And he pushes over the CM Punk shirts. That's a nice tease for what we can get later this year. Okay, look, I'll admit it. If WWE does NHL titles, I will buy a Boston Bruins title.
Of course, my son's awesome. He's not a huge disappointment and a idiot. But, that's not really on ring. Come on, guys. That's not really on ring. Dominic just sucks. But anyway, as much respect as I have for both those guys, the bottom line is now they're both standing in my way. And I want the WWE Championship. So I'm going to kick both their asses. Jamie, take this one. Bruce,
Oh, and he's just going to walk out with the Detroit Tigers title, I guess. Why not? But yeah, no, if they do NHL titles, I will probably buy a Boston Bruins belt. I don't think they will. I know they're just doing MLB and NFL right now, which is a little weird considering UFL. There's kind of the original link there to WWE, but now I do kind of hope they make NHL titles because I will 100% have a Boston title to put over with the rest of the belts, which for those wondering what the belt collection looks like now. Well, of course, naturally the webcam is going to go out of focus. While Luigi, you want to help out with that? Well, it could just be blurring the background, actually. Hold on. No, the background's usually fine. Anyways, there. If I turn it, yeah, there you go. Now you guys can see the 6 belts in the background. The LSWF, the LS11 Grand, the ARW, the LSWF Internet, the Intercontinental, and the IWGP US. And I've got the WWE title up there, the one like what they have now, but with the black background, like from the 2015 to recently title. Which I've had that one longer than all these others. It's really funny. I really only had 2 belts until about a year ago. I just had the WWE and the Intercontinental. Then I bought the US because there was going to be a point where after the LSWF Royal Rumble where the Doctor won the US title on accident, there was supposed to be a point where I was going to release a video, but the IWGP US title took too long to come in. There was going to be like a little 5-second clip or even just a picture I was going to take of me, Cornold, and the Doctor. Hold on. There we go. Me, Cornold, and the Doctor just all holding our belts. Cornold with the ARW title, me with the LSWF title, and the Doctor with the US title just all going. Because that was the peak of everyone just being pissed off at me during LSWF all the time. Yeah, LSWF's gonna be fun. I know Mickey James is doing a lot of like promoting stuff right now, like helping promotions and doing a lot of indie stuff. I could see her back in WWE before the year is over.
Thank you. Don't worry, be right. It's television. Ballsy is family good stuff. Family gas. So straight and shot up the matter. Just whiskey balls. Is to get me 28 on box. What's type of band is $1 change with a bottle? Right, $1 change with a bottle. And being straight with super awesome.
I'm looking forward to see how I book the monster Yamashita. Well, I cannot confirm anything right now regarding him. He is signed, and that is all I can tell you there.
So lost.
I'm too tired outside for this.
Saturday on Fox. Stanford Square. Arrow begins to give. It puts Ryan Tatum up on Dallas Campbell for a faithful season. Of that makes it one of this moment. And it all begins with the Colorado Runners 650. Saturday at Eastern on Fox. Tomorrow on Fox, Diamond Football League kicks off week 3 action with a battle between the Memphis Showboats and the Birmingham Stallions. It all begins at 7 Eastern on Fox. Spring just got strong. Next week is SmackDown. It's
Okay, Bailey Naomi's next week, so we're probably gonna. That belt is way too small on her in that render. And they just clearly photoshopped Asuka's name off of the side plate, and that was it. Oh, that'll be a fun fatal four-way. Legato versus AOP versus New Catch versus Street Profits. I'm gonna guess Street Profits because it's been so long. I'm hopeful for a Kevin Owens win here. I really am. Listening to AJ's theme to decide if I like it or not yet. It's also weird knowing I'm not going to be doing SmackDown in a few weeks. I've got the build to the Rumble, the build to either Fastlane or Chamber, depending on what SmackDown gets. You'll know. You'll know sooner or later, and then. And of course, the build to Mania, and then I am done with SmackDown. Ray and I will record our draft together, and that'll be that. Carlito's still not wearing the LWO shirt. Here we go. Also, for those wondering with the whole WWE Speed thing versus LSL and Flash Fury, kind of just waiting for Speed to crown their first champion in a couple weeks before we bring back Flash Fury, because we want to make a Flash Fury championship, which would be the Speed title pretty much, and have it be a floating title like the NWA title, like the Grand Championship. Because I think 3 floating titles is fine. I think the 3 floating titles is fine. I feel like we could probably... I don't know. I wish there was a way to do a women's floating title, but at the same time, the Grand Championship is an intergender title, so it could be defended by men or women. Never know. Alright, next commercial break. I'm running to the restroom. Perfect. Luigi. You're gonna need your booster seat. Alright, Luigi, you're in charge. I'll be right back.
Tax-free edition. Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Long-term 40 and limited plans only. See how at TurboTax.com. That's me. Once would you keep where you want mystical nights? When the storm rolls in, like that, I'm an evacuation center. Where we went in. I'll be lying on it, but we don't think it'll be on my side. When it comes to disasters and emergencies.
Alright, thanks, bud. Carlito probably cost Ray. It's very possible. I don't know. They might build to the turn. And by build to the turn, I mean build for a long ass time. Yeah, I'm not huge on AJ's theme, I'll admit it. Let's see, I need to see if anyone released a new database for the 2K24 music real quick. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. I believe it is just here, and then maybe documents. No, that's not it. Is it just sound editor? Is that what it's just called now? Yeah, it's just sound editor. Essentially, I'm making myself open sound editor because I know otherwise I'm just not going to do it. Database, 2K24, yeah. Because, I don't know if anyone noticed, but Gargano's coming out to Bet on Yourself again, which the latest update just kind of made Rebel Heart stop working. I don't know what's going on there, but... Try this. Maybe Ray wins, Carlito turns next week. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see if this worked. And then let's open this, and let's see if that worked. Looks like it did. Yeah, it did. Cool. So now instead of it just being like, generic theme 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it now actually is the actual theme name, which is good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we know Carlito's turning at some point. I just don't know when. I gotta test something. I apologize if that jump scared anyone. Cool. Well, I've got sound editor pulled up now, so I will actually sit down and do all the sound editing after the stream. Probably while I finish season 7 of How I Met Your Mother. Because I know I need to. It's going to make my life easier if I just do it. Get all these guys' themes updated. Get custom themes put in for people. I gotta get Rebel Heart updated though, because it's way too quiet in game. I don't know why it randomly just kind of stopped working. I think the update probably did it, which is weird because the updates had never done that in the past. Not in 2K23 at least. Could be, or Ray turns on Carlito. Yeah, Ray Mysterio as a heel has never and will never work. To be honest with you, JT. That was a cool way to do the stunner. Well, we might be closing on an AJ win. Might be doing AJ and Cody at Backlash. Maybe not. Oh my god. Good god. Alright, yeah, it's AJ versus Cody at Backlash, more likely than not. Just saying, if he's smart, he's not going to let himself get turned on a third time. Brother, that would not be the third time, maybe the 300th time. Batista, Edge, Santos, Dom. Like, the list goes on and on and on of people who turn their backs on Rey Mysterio. Everybody betrays Rey Mysterio. It's like Sting. That being said, I would not be upset if LA Knight went after Cody Rhodes. Do you want AJ to get one last run before he retires? Yeah, that'd be nice. Alright, well, that's that. That is the end of SmackDown. I'm going to wrap up the stream because I got nothing else to talk about, and I want to go do anything else.